What's good, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we will be starting a new series called The Good Challenge or the Get Out of Debt Challenge. Now, the way this is gonna work is it's gonna be a 3-part challenge. Now, we will be starting off with just $500 in a pot, and we're gonna be using that to buy and sell sneakers. Now, there will be no bots, no artificial help, just straight retail shops and catching restocks and going out and going to different places and buying sneakers. As we do this, we're going to be looking to hit 3 milestones. Number 1, we will be aiming to reach $10,000 in profit made overall. So what that means is not necessarily going to have $10,000 at one time, because money's going to be moving. It's going to be coming and going, buying and selling. But overall, we're going to make $10,000 in profit. Also, number 2, I'll be looking to add these sneakers to my collection along the way. These are just some of the personal must-haves that I've always wanted, or they haven't released yet, and I'm looking to get them this year. Now, I know you're probably asking, how is this to get out of debt when you're talking about profiting and adding sneakers to your collection? Well, that's where number 3 comes into play. So to make it more realistic, we're going to tack on $4,000 in debt that we will be trying to clear along this series. And the sweet part about it is we will be aiming to accomplish all of these simultaneously. Now, what inspired me to do this is I wanted to take a different approach to my sneaker YouTube channel. After doing some research, I found another channel that was doing something similar to what I was wanting to do, but it was a little bit more polished. So I have to give credit where credit is due. Appreciate Seth Fowler. He started the $20 sneaker collection series on his channel. And if you don't know what that is, so he started off with $20 and he's been thrifting, buying and selling sneakers. And his ultimate goal is to get a pair of Air Mags for his sneaker collection. That idea is similar to what I want to do, but I want to take a more realistic approach. Let's be real. We all have some sort of debt, whether it be student loans, whether it be credit cards. Statistically speaking, around 80% of Americans have some sort of debt. Why not use this challenge as a way to show people how you can reward yourself and still be responsible at the same time? Now, I am not any type of financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to pay debts, profit, and add to my sneaker collection, all with using reselling. So with that being said, let's get started. So I started off this past week with $500 in the pot. Nike's been restocking a lot lately, whether it be grade school dunks, Jordan 1 lows, Jordan 1 mids, and along with the actual releases that are coming out this year. So this past week, I went for a couple pairs, but I was able to grab the Jordan 1 mid women's gray fog for $127.20 after tax. So with that purchase, that left me with $372.80 in the pot. The next day, JD Sports had a couple restocks. They also do restocks randomly, so you have to just check. So I caught a pair of the Jordan 1 mid shadow reds. But here's the thing, I had plenty of points in my account because I've been shopping either online or in store just to, boost my account. So I had around 16,000 points. If you didn't know, you can use some of your status points and cash them in for actual coupons for $5, $10, $15, $20 off. So what I did was I cashed in 4,000 points and I got $20 off of the purchase. So instead of me coming out of pocket $127.20, I only paid $106. So with that purchase, that left me with a pot of $266.80. So then on Saturday, this is where I copped the Cardinal Jordan 3s at our local JD Sports. That was a crazy release, and you can watch that video, the unboxing, and then the story that came from that release. Yeah, it just reminded me how crazy sneaker releases are in store. So I stood in line, got a pair from them, paid $212. I could have used status cash, but since I was in the mall and also because the release was happening at that time, the app was done, so I couldn't cash in my points to get status cash. So I paid full retail price, and after tax, that was $212. That left me with $54.80 in the pot. Mind you, I didn't add any extra money. This was all just from the $500 that I initially started with, and I spent all of that within the week, and I had $54.80 left in the pot. Now, with these sneakers that I went for, they don't sit long. So after a couple days and I got them in, I was able to sell them and make a profit. For the first one, the Jordan 1 Mid, the fall gray for the women's, we sold for $216. And after fees, we brought back $195.48. The total profit we made was $68.28. Now, that was one of the ones that was actually more profitable, even though it's a Jordan 1 Mid. I'm actually surprised I hit because the stock was kind of low on it. Now we move on to the Jordan 1 Mid Shadow Reds. We sold those for $149. And after fees, we brought back $134.85, with a profit being $28.85. And this is why using your status cash can be clutch, because without that coupon, that would have been $20 that I would have been out of profit. So using your status cash and your reward points, you know, your flex gift cards, using anything of that nature, even if the shoe isn't that profitable, if you can sell it right away with profit, but you can add on an extra $20, why wouldn't you? So then the Cardinal 3s we also sold on StockX. We sold them for $279, which is pretty much the standard price for that whole day. And after fees, also because they had a special seller fee promotion going on, I was able to bring back $261.56, with the profit being $49.56. So with all three of those, that left us with a grand total profit made of $146.69. It's not bad for a week's worth of work and $500 as your initial investment. Now, this was just from restocks and just from general releases. There was nothing special. There was no bots. Now, it's not gonna always be you hit on every single thing, because even in the midst of doing all of these, I still took L's on other releases. So once the money came in from StockX, it's time to split up the profit. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking 30% of the profit and using that to pay down on the debt every week. The other 70% will go back into the investment fund so we can buy more sneakers. This week we started out with $4,000 of debt. So 30% of the profit that we made amounts to $44.01. And that leaves us with a new balance of $3,955.99. The other 70% we put back into our fund, and the amount of profit that was $102.68. So giving us a grand total of $602.68. Now, that was just 1 week's worth of a couple releases. You know, once we make more money, we can start increasing our inventory. And once we have more inventory, our chances of selling more sneakers is higher, which we can bring in more profit. Now, I know this is like a mouthful, but since this is episode 1, I just wanted to give you guys the rundown. But you know, how are you guys feeling about this series? You know, let me know what your initial thoughts are, if this is something that you want to see. If you're into sneaker reviews, how-tos, and also collection journeys, consider subscribing to the channel. And also be sure to comment and hit the like button, and it helps get the content in front of other people who may be interested. Let's see if we can get this video to, let's say, what, 50 likes? Yeah, let's try that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really excited about this. See you all in the next video.